1 year plus a week ago, we had these same two teams, and now we match up. Thomas and Ottawa, the back-to-back defending national champs, looking to three-peat here with a win. 1 win and 2 takes home a three-peat. How we get started here in this elimination game for the Thomas University Nighthawks. Both teams getting ready to rock and roll in a game that could crown a champion or send it to one final game. 2nd and 2 here. Wilson with the snap. Goes right over the middle to a Cole. Almost gets loose, if not for the pull of Fair Maloof, but it's a first down for the TU Nighthawks.
You need to be on your game, not just on the field, but mentally as well.
Empty set here. Wilson takes it quick off to Delva. Delva with the flag pull, but gets a first down, and Thomas dinking and dunking their way down the field. Good start for the Nighthawks thus far. Wilson takes the snap. Caught ball, and let's see if they give him the first down. They do. Caught again by number 8, Britt Delva. Down and 9 here. Wilson pump fakes, gets it off to a Cole. A Cole rumbles and stumbles there. That's going to be short, I think, yes. 2 yards. It'll be 4th and 2 here. Cole takes the snap, bobbles it, goes back a little bit, and her flag is pulled by Suze Kaufman. And that is a turnover on downs. Shades of Friday for the Nighthawks.
Yeah, you can't be trying to do anything fancy on 4th down. You could tell bobbling already with a call. As soon as that happened, that gives Suze Kaufman every opportunity to beeline at the sophomore.
Calls for the snap, looking, rolling to her left. She's going to take off, and she's going to get almost all the way to the 20, if not past the 20. And that is going to be marked down at the 19-yard line. Takes the snap, looking, fires, caught ball, and a little bit more here. Caught by Bailey Hodgins. That's going to move the stick. Calls for the ball. Dances left a little bit more, directing traffic, going back to the right, goes back to Addison Osborne, who's going to get a lot of yardage, and a missed pull by NAIA Glover and by Janae Scott. 2nd down and 1. Carrera. Looking, dancing, going to the left. She's going to take off with the ball. She's got a first down and a good bit more. She tries to see if she can cut back, but it's going to be for naught as she's pulled. Carrera with the snap, looking. She's going to try to go deep, and that's going to be batted down. Nothing doing there between Maya Quinn and Tatiana Dos Santos. Both had a chance at it, but neither one of them could come up with it.
Yeah, Guerrero tried to zip it through the center, and it was blocked down well by NAIA Glover. Nakara Brown with support, but expecting Maya Quinn to snag it through 2 defenders of Glover and Brown is a tall order.
As Hodgins goes in motion, high snap for Carrera. And that's going to probably draw a penalty flag, and it does. That's going to be free yards for Ottawa and an automatic first down. NAIA Glover just too much contact too early. Offense looking to open the scoring and open that account. Carrera gets the snap off to Linkus, who's got a pick man there, but NAIA Glover with the flag pull. Carrera takes the snap, looking, rushing, going for it all, and just through the hands of number 15, Jazz Camacho, and it's going to be 4th down and 18.
Oh boy, that's a throw that Carrera's going to wish she had back. Camacho had every intention. She was open, but you got to make those catches if you're going to go ahead.
For the Nighthawks, just as it was on the other end for the Braves. Carrera taking the snap, looking, dancing, going deep and looking for it all. And it's going to be through the back of the end zone, and the Nighthawks will survive the opening Ottawa drive. Empty backfield for Wilson, takes the snap, throws it, caught ball. But a quick pull there. Wilson with the snap. Looking, trying to find something in space, and oh my, just through the hands of Aaliyah Wood, and Thomas continues to have an on and off case of the dropsies in the worst possible situation.
Alexa Wilson did everything right that time. That should have been in Aaliyah Wood's hands, and for her caliber of catching, I'm surprised she didn't get that one hauled in.
Wilson takes the snap, looking, fires, caught ball, No pull. Keeps going. And that gets back a lot of necessary yards there as Britt Delva rumbles, bumbles, and stumbles her way down to the 39.
Watch closely as Britt does her spin moves. When she takes the spin move, she's going to try to look for that pitch option with NAIA Brown. Ottawa's anticipating the pitch, so you see here, she's looking to get that pitch off to NAIA Brown. Abby Brown is expecting it to get off to NAIA. That's why you see her body move forward. And so with Delva cutting back the other way, she almost had a chance to break in for more than 15, 20 yards.
Wilson takes the snap. Delayed movement here, caught by Wood again, but the flag is pulled quickly there by Maloof. Wilson takes the snap, handles the pressure, and caught ball. Great catch there by Britt Delva. Bobbles it a little bit, is able to take it and get possession of it down to the ground.
And again, that almost looked like for a second that bobble scared a little bit of Nighthawk fans.
Snap to Wilson. One-man rush, looks, fires, and caught ball. Great snag, and they're going to call that incomplete. The ball hit the ground. I thought.
We need another look on this because this is huge.
Laying out for it. They did give her the catch. So 1st and goal from the 16 here. Wilson throws it, caught by Wood, looking, pitches it back to Key Knight. Not much there off the pitch, but that gets some solid yardage for the Nighthawks. Wilson takes the snap on 3rd down, looking, fires, tipped away by Abby Brown, and that's going to bring up another 4th down and goal here for the Thomas Nighthawks. Nice job getting her hands in the passing lane for Abby Brown.
What this freshman will learn quickly on is you do not gamble against Abby Brown with the impact that she has had. There's a reason why she has those 7 interceptions this season and 7 pass breakups.
Wilson with the fake, and the fake again. Takes the snap, looking, fires, caught ball, and touchdown Thomas. And Thomas opens their scoring with a touchdown pass to number 18, Giselle Jones, and the wide receiver redeems herself. You have Alexa Wilson in a bunch set. Wilson takes the snap, looking, fires to Cole who drops it. Snap to Carrera, rolling to her left. She's going to go for it. There's a flag in the backfield. That's probably going to be on Thomas. Added on to the 1st down there on the run by Carrera. No, that's going to be on Ottawa. Let's see what the actual call on the field is. A personal foul for the Braves. Takes the snap to Carrera. 2-man rush there, and she's going deep. And that is just out of the reach of Jaslyn Camacho. Empty gun. Wilson throws high, but still complete to Britt Delva. Forward to the strong side. Empty gun for Wilson. Wilson looking over the middle and almost picked off. A collision there in midfield.
Side trying to make a move. It's a gamble to be playing on their side.
3rd down. Wilson fires, caught by Delva, and Delva will run into the end zone for another Thomas touchdown. The TU Nighthawks flipping the script here in the 1st half against the Ottawa Braves, now with a 12-0 lead pending the PAT.
And tell me emotions aren't riding high with this Thomas University Nighthawks. Obviously that would have been a penalty, but that'll be negated because of the touchdown. But that's right there that you can see on your screens. That's emotions building up from last year's national championship game and Friday's blanking.
In the shotgun for the extra point, and offsides for Ottawa. No, she caught herself as Wilson goes back to the left, looking, fires, caught, high pointed by Pena, and the center says, what Linkus do, I can do also. And Thomas takes a 13-0 lead over Ottawa with 4:20 left in the half.
It's been a long time since we've seen Ottawa down by 2 scores in this position, dating back to last year.
And it's to Linkus who gets the 1st down, and Moore looking to go for it. She's still on her feet as Britt Delva finally takes the flag off of Alyssa Linkus. And there's a flag there after
come on,
the
referees.
play.
I don't know about that unless if there was something else that was behind it. I think that was just Linku's just backing her way into Glover that time. I mean, you'll see it on the instant replay. I don't think there was any malintent. Yeah, I think
they are waving it off.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's one of those things where I think Linkus is not a flopper by any means, but again, when you have that unexpected body that comes into the back of you, sometimes it's just bodies not knowing what's going on in game, like in softball or baseball where you get your ace pitcher in the second contest.
Quinn, catch by Carrera, and that's going to be a first down for Ottawa. Not often that you see Carrera on the catch.
But you got to gain that forceful momentum to keep the drive going.
Carrera with the snap, looking, dancing, rolling to her left, throws, caught ball, and I believe that's going to be short of the first down, and it is, and it'll be 4th and short here for the Ottawa Braves, just under the 2-minute warning here.
Bailey Hodgins just making sure that she got just enough for the toe tap. That one-on-one coverage against Delva, that's pretty big.
To get into the Thomas red zone. Carrera takes the snap, fires, caught by Scalisi, and a little bit more, but she gets it. Nakara Brown on the pull there, but Scalisi coming in clutch on the short yardage situation. 40 and counting here as Carrera takes the snap, looks, fires, and caught, and touchdown Braves. Jazz Camacho brings Ottawa back within a score of Thomas University with 93 seconds left. Cool, calm Carrera puts it off to Scalisi, and Scalisi will add the dot to the exclamation point that is the Ottawa touchdown.
You have to fight through it, just like when they scored an Ottawa bounce bout.
Aaliyah Wood does pick it up. 50 seconds here. Thomas needs to hurry. Wilson finds number 8 there, and Delva stays in bounds. Linkus snaps it to Carrera. Carrera moves right, caught by Linkus, and she's still on her feet. She's able to get around the pulls and the pulling attempts of Nakara Brown and gets out of bounds. Snap to Carrera. Looking, caught ball, and right out of bounds by Dos Santos. They're going to have to hurry. 3 seconds on the play clock. Snap to Carrera. She does get it off. Nancy, she's going for it all. And that's going to fall harmlessly incomplete with 3 seconds left. In motion. And back is just Santos. And it'll be going for it all, and it's going to be picked off. Aaliyah Wood, and the flag pull will be made. And now an empty set for the Braves. Takes it. Sidearms it, caught by Osborne. Flag pull there by Janae Scott. Carrera takes the snap. Throws it to Hodgins, who tries to sneak away from Wood, but Scott is there again to clean it up. 2nd and 6 here for Ottawa. Snap to Carrera. Carrera looking to her left. She's going to want to go long, and that ball is picked off by Sanaya Glover, and that ends that threat.
You could tell that Carrera's been picking on the side of Glover all day, and that time Sanaya was able to take a chance and
in through the hands there. Haley McKay almost got the touchdown there off of the pick 6, but can't quite hang on.
For it to be too loosey-goosey with the pass.
Snagged there by Delva, gets the first down and more. Finally, the flag pulled there by Fair Malouf, but that's going to be a first down and about 9 to go into the next quadrant.
Wood's body going forward too much. The ball was still behind a couple of yards.
Wilson finds a Cole. And that flag is pulled there. Didn't hear the whistle. Again, empty set here for Thomas. They've barely deviated from it. Wilson goes back to Delva. Delva spins, and she's still going. It's a foot race, and that's going to be another Thomas touchdown. Delva spins, hips, jukes, does everything in the book to get back into the end zone, and Thomas has taken a 19-7 lead.
Very rarely do you see Ottawa miss flag pulls there, but as soon as she made that cut move against Grave de Peralta, she was taking it to the house. Abby Brown couldn't get the step to keep up with Delva, and grabbing flags from behind is a whole lot tougher than trying to grab them from the side or when they're right in front of you.
Delva in motion here. and back to her. And the flag is pulled. They're going to be short there for the PAT. Quinn in motion. That's going to be faked. Look back over to Orsborn. Orsborn's going to get the first down, and the flag's going to be pulled barely within the next quadrant, though.
They're always getting prepared for a direct snap, another way to try to confuse the Nighthawks.
Tosses it back off to Orsborn. Orsborn is met almost immediately, though, by Janae Scott. And now the Braves are looking at a mid-distance third down.
Expect something to be coming big.
Carrera rolling left. And that is going to be a Ottawa first down at Ottawa. Completed that comeback. Carrera takes a snap, rolling to her right, looking, fires. Caught ball by Camacho. That's a large gain plus a little bit more, and that's going to be Nakara Brown with the pull, but that gives a large amount of yardage to the Braves.
To know where they're going to line up, if Carrera rolls to the right, Camacho already knows where she needs to be to get the reception.
And Orsborn with the catch again. Wood with the pull, but that's going to be a first down and goal here. Carrera takes the snap, rolling to her left, rolling, looking, fires, caught ball, and the pull, nicely pulled there by Sanaya Glover. Going to be third down and about 3 yards. Carrera surveying the field. Snap, rolling right, looking, fires, and it is no good. Almost picked off, had a veritable flock of Nighthawks in the end zone. 5 seconds on the play clock here. A minute and a half left in this third quarter. Takes the snap to Carrera, looking, Scalisi wide open, touchdown Ottawa, and they come back, and they're now within a score of TU. No one accounted for Scalisi.
Again, there are too many teams that underestimate Scalisi, and that's why she's lined up alone on the opposite side of where the play is. If you need to go to somebody when all else fails, Scalisi has been very successful in one-on-one coverage as such.
Very, very vital. Takes the snap, running, and that is out of the arms, outside the grasp of Camacho. Coming in is Abby Brown, looking like they may be rushing multiples here. Wilson gets it away. It's to Delva. Delva gets the first down.
Like you said, partner, keep it within the zone. Don't deviate from the plan.
And she does try to go over the top. An incomplete. Fair Maloof almost gets it. Intended for Delva. Wilson with the snap. Looking. Fires, and that's knocked away again, bringing up a fourth down. Pass broken up by McKay, and that's going to force the Nighthawks to punt.
Yeah, again, not exactly sure what the decision behind getting it to Giselle Jones. McKay was on top of that, read that play like a book. A critical possession here. Nighthawks got to keep Carrera and this Braves offense in check.
Carrera looking for Hodgins there, gets her. She goes out of bounds. Carrera taking the snap, rolling to her right, looking, and that's going to be a sack for Giselle Jones.
I'm thinking the idea here for the Braves is somebody was supposed to come along with Carrera as she was rolling to the right. Most of the play was going towards the weak side, and as Carrera's rolling opposite side, she's either expecting a receiver to trail with her to come up with the 5-yard out play or possibly take out, but Giselle Jones spied her all the way through, and what a way to make the stop.
Third down and 9 here for Ottawa. Carrera takes the snap. Looking, that's going to be another sack for Jones. Second in as many plays, and now Ottawa will have to punt the ball right back to the Nighthawks.
The Nighthawks needed a big possession here defensively, and that's exactly what happened here, led by Giselle Jones. Back-to-back stops on Madison Carrera, and play as if you need to get another score.
And they do. Wilson rolling left, fires, caught ball. Nice job there by Giselle Jones. That's going to be about a 10-yard pickup. Adjusting the play maybe. Wilson takes the snap, and it's through her hands, and that is not what you wanted. And that's going to bring up a third down and long here for the Nighthawks. It's Paris as Wilson looks to take off. She's going to scramble down. She's going to be right near the 40. She's at the 38-ish yard line. Snap to Wilson. Wilson looking, fires, caught. Aaliyah Wood with the first down, and that will move the sticks. Wilson with the snap, looks, fires, almost picked off. Abby Brown wanted that ball, got in there, and the linebacker is starting to figure out this 5-wide set.
And Alexa Wilson is continuing to play with fire here in the middle with these Braves linebackers. If you're not careful, Abby Brown or whoever else is going to come through and pick one off when you least expect it.
Wilson takes the snap, looking, going deep, ball a little flat but caught, and that's going to be a walk-in touchdown for Giselle Jones.
Looked like Ottawa's player grabbed the flag just before she could really come out. I thought she might have been able to escape that time, but Jamoki Washington was right there. Good heads-up play by the defensive back to still grab the flag before all else failed. I mean, that's something that you don't see from good flag football players. That's something you see from great flag football players, and good adjustment by the freshman to prevent Jones from walking in.
Bunch trip set here to the far side. Cole takes the snap, running to that trip side, throws it off to Scott, and Scott will get into the end zone, and there is your touchdown for the Nighthawks, who will take a 25-13 lead pending this extra point with 2:05 left in this contest, and what a clutch touchdown there for Scott. No team has ever gone defeated in the NAIA flag football. Thrown off and batted away from Ottawa. That's going to preserve a 12-point lead for Thomas.
Open up a lane for her to take off.
Carrera looking near side, has DeSantos, and a little bit more as the flagpoles are missed. And the snap is over her head, and what a uncharacteristic mistake for Alyssa Linkus. Second and long. Carrera pump fakes, rolls to her right. She's going to take it on the run. No, she's going to throw it off to Linkus, and the catch is made, and they're going to spot it back at about the 28-yard line. Snap to Carrera. Looking, she's going to take off. No, she's going to throw it. A wide open Maya Quinn, and a pull there by Sanaya Glover, but a first down and 49 seconds left. High snap to Carrera. Carrera looking, wants it all, and is going for it. That is going to be picked off in the end zone by Kiera Knight, and Thomas, with 29 seconds, looks poised to force the if necessary game here in Atlanta.
Carrera deciding to throw the kitchen sink a little bit earlier than anticipated, but with two receivers down in the middle. Kiera Knight, very fitting, who was not able to play in the national championship last year against Ottawa. That is what you call a de facto difference with this defense.
Game time is slated for 4:30 Eastern time. And Wilson will take it right back up to Pena. Thomas strikes back in this one, taking the game 25-13.